What's up, everyone? This is Troy from Glitchfeed, bringing you Adam from Finji. We've got two games we want to talk about today. The publisher on Feist and Night in the Woods.
Yep.
So let's talk about Feist really quick. So you said just released 2 weeks ago on PC.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago on Steam and GOG and all of the things.
Cool.
Feist is kind of this crazy labor of love. These two Swiss artists have been working on it for like 7 years and kind of hand placing and hand drawing everything in the whole game. It's this sort of creepy forest world full of creatures that are powered by a completely dynamic AI. So there's no scripted situations or whatever. Everything's very physical, very AI driven, and it's just beautiful. It's been on our radar for a long time. We've been in the indie community for a long time. We've known about the game for a while, and we just started talking to them back in March.
Okay.
And we said, well, can we play the game a little bit? Want to see if it's any good before we publish it. And it's so good.
Very cool.
So good.
It's awesome. Yeah, we got a chance to sit down and play it for a while. As you said, it's an absolutely beautiful game. You can tell a lot of time handcrafted went into it, but it's a lot of fun. And then, so it just came out. Is there any chance to bring it to console, or is it staying just on PC? Is it?
There are console plans, but we can't announce anything quite yet.
Okay, fair enough. So let's shift gear and talk about Night in the Woods. I got a lot more time with Night in the Woods myself. Absolutely another gorgeous game. I love the art style of it. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Most of Night in the Woods team is about 3 people. There's I guess they're not technically husband and wife, but they might as well be. It's a writing team from Pittsburgh, and Scott Benson and Bethany Hockenberry. Scott Benson is actually pretty well known in the animation community.
Yeah.
He did a project called Late Night Work Club a year or two ago. This is kind of like cult hit animation anthology.
Yeah.
He's just a brilliant animator, brilliant graphic designer. This is the first game he's ever worked on.
Oh, okay.
And Scott and Bethany are working on it with a former collaborator of ours named Alec Kalauka, who's from, I think he's based out of Vancouver, Canada right now. And he did a big indie game a few years back called Aquaria. And he also wrote the soundtrack to Towerfall recently. All around awesome dude. So he's doing all the programming, all the music, all the sound effects. Scott is writing and directing and animating, and Bethany's just doing an enormous amount of work on the script. The final script is going to be, I don't know, longer than a book.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
From playing it, the script is actually fantastic. Just the small bit in the beginning the dialogue was fun. It was light. It was a good.
They're
really good
very
experience.
good. It's a lot of the things that I always want. Again, one of the reasons that we're working with them, aside from it just being super pretty, is it's kind of writing that I always want to find in a game and kind of never do.
Right.
Find even a really funny adventure game is kind of very. A lot of the language and a lot of what they say has to be kind of subject to the gameplay, and Night in the Woods kind of is able to work around that, and it's way more character and story based in a way that not that many games get to do. It's pretty special.
Yeah, very cool. So it's a PS4. It's coming next year.
Yep.
To PC and PlayStation 4.
Yep.
Is that correct? Very cool. And is there anything else Finji's working on? Anything else you guys want to talk about today?
Yeah, we're also publishing Panoramical, which is a sort of a interactive music experience thing. It's kind of an anthology or album of 12 audiovisual tracks created by a bunch of different collaborators, but spearheaded by Fernando Ramayo and David Kanaga, who are sort of experimental programmer, artists, composer types.
Yeah.
It's another one of these games where they're like, well, describe it to me in 2 words. I'm like, that's really hard, but everyone who sits down and plays it, their face lights up and they start freaking out.
Yeah.
Our other big project is the one that I'm directing and leading and have been working on for the last 2 years, which is Overland.
Yes.
Which is, we got to get it down to fewer words, but it's a turn-based, squad-based, tactical survival road trip roguelike.
That sounds awesome. Sounds like everything.
It's most of my favorite words.
Yeah, absolutely.
I gotta get rid of them. That's like 6 or 7. We gotta get it down a little bit, but
we'll get there.
It's kind of it's a lot of the things that I love about XCOM or Front Mission or Final Fantasy Tactics, but making it a little more approachable. So less stats, but without sacrificing all those deep decisions and those big risks.
Well, cool. Well, we'll take a closer look at Overland and and Panoramical tomorrow.
Cool.
So we'll get back with you guys again.
Awesome.
Thanks so much for taking the time to meet with us.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.